this one is definitely going to be a little bit shorter than my One Piece review, because I've been a little mixed on the My Hero Academia manga for a while now, but never before have I both loved the chapter yet also felt a little bit mixed on it. Because on one hand, you got the Endeavor stuff, which I will say straight up fantastic, seeing him come to terms with his own weakness and just come to terms with who, like, his past, his history, just everything that pretty much molded him into who he is, for whether it's for good or for bad or whatever else. It is finally good to see him just come to full terms with his history in that regard, and Endeavor, and then just seeing him forced to face what he always knew but tried to accept, either which for however much he tried to mask his weakness and find excuses not to recognize it, his weakness is ultimately what makes him strong and what makes him Endeavor. And yeah, overcoming weakness is a very simple trope for any character arc, but I like how it is also tied into the very core of who Endeavor is as a character. He's been fighting his own weakness his entire life, and while he's made strides since then, only now is he truly, again, accepting that weakness from the past that's continuously haunted him as the thing that makes him strong now. And with that said, the part of this where I'm kinda having a bit more of a problem with it, how this chapter ends. Like, it's once again on All For One, and it's not the whole, and here's the thing, it's not the whole Quark's rebelling against All For One thing, because this is still the one part that I consistently like. Like, I think, honestly, if you were to ever ask me as to how All For One would truly probably be defeated in the end, I do think ultimately it would be all the quirks he's stolen turning against him. Like, that does feel like probably the one and only way that he would ever truly, like, be defeated, is the quirks like completely gaining wills of their own and turning against him, because it kind of just feeds into the idea that his greed, his lust for power, it ultimately is kind of his downfall. Like, it is kind of a very poetic twist on, he spent so much time trying to claim that power, but now it's turning against him. And so in that regard, I do like it. My problem is more the rate at which it's happening. Like, I don't want to say it's happening out of nowhere, because we have gotten a little bit of build up to this, but it feels like the window of time at which it's happening is a little small. Like this should be happening. Basically a lot more progressively over time, but here it feels like the effects are kind of speeding up, as if kind of more or less, again, to say that, this is Horikoshi saying, I have to speed this up, unfortunately. Like, it's like, I don't know, it feels like I like the idea, but the rate at which it's happening is a little fast for my taste. Also, even though I am glad that Endeavor was ultimately given his moment and seeing him be the one to deliver the deciding blow on All For One, I am hoping this isn't the end of All For One yet, which, knowing the resilience of the character, I don't think so, but it's one of those things where, with All For One's quirk breaking down, and so many quirks, like, turning against him, I'm wondering what angle Horikoshi's going with this, and how All For One's final moments are going to be treated, because at the rate we're going, I feel there's no option on the table where it doesn't feel like where All For One isn't gonna go out like a bitch a little bit. Now it's just a matter of how his final moments are handled that is gonna matter now, and even more so whether or not we're gonna see Izuku, like, get a moment to confront All For One himself before he leaves the series. Like honestly, the only way I can see this working out where you at least pay a little bit of respect to the character is ultimately if we see the ultimate irony of pretty much All For One, All For One, both maybe him and the quirk, getting absorbed by Sheik Araki, and kind of just flipping All for One's like decades, years of planning on its head of how All for One had spent so much time cultivating Rocky to be his vessel, but ultimately All for One ends up being Shigaraki's vessel in some way. Like, I don't know, that just kind of feels like how it's gonna end, but that's the only way I can see it happening in a way that at least tries to respect All for One, and for him to exit the series without feeling forced. Like, he can, like, again, I don't want him to go out like a bitch, but I feel like if you're gonna do it, that feels like the only way to do it at this point. And, you know, I'm gonna say it, I don't know if this was coincidence or Horikoshi just perfectly timing this chapter to come out today of all days, but I do like how Endeavor's first real breaking point was with the death of his father, and that today is the day when today being the day when you're supposed to honor your father. Like, there's a very interesting correlation there, whether intentional or not is the question, but I like how you can definitely see that how the death of Endeavor's father did give him sort of the drive to move forward and attempt to do what he thought was right in order to how he thought he would be able to to truly help people and to truly become the person his father was without the need in order to sacrifice lives. But ultimately in pursuing that path, it ultimately also led him down a path of pushing away everyone he was supposed to be protecting, which also led down the downward spiral of abuse leading to today, which is so his actions did have purpose, but in trying to honor his father's sacrifice, he lost everything along the way as well, including his own morality. And again, a very interesting twist to have this kind of thing on Father's Day. And like, the thing about it is even though it does explain a lot of who Endeavor was and is now, I'm also trying to parse it with some of his actions as well, because it feels like there is an aspect where in Horikoshi's attempt to fill in the blanks with Endeavor's story, it also feels like he's trying to reinvent some areas of the character's history or how we know it, view it, and because of that, there feels like a slight disconnect, but I do get how this can work as well, because ultimately it is about Endeavor just rediscovering an aspect of himself he pretty much long abandoned. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe from my Twitter, Analyst Control. Be sure to notification bell with the subscribe button, and just share the video around, guys. Dark Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, everyone.